America has never been more divided in our lifetimes, and 2012 is shaping up to be yet another critical year. Our Democracy for America group has defined itself as being socially progressive and fiscally conservative. But what does that mean? How, as a group, should we evaluate office holders and candidates who want our support? What do we stand for? The conversation is still ongoing, but the direction is clear. We want an end to foreign wars, a return to the rule of law, a fairer financial and tax system, universal health care, a political system based on people, not money, a clean environment, and a focus on rebuilding America. Let's talk about specifics. First and foremost, we want an end to foreign wars and adventurism. The Obama administration has completed the withdrawal of combat troops from Iraq, but they left behind the largest U.S. embassy in the world and some 15,000 heavily armed contractors, many who perform military-like missions. They need to come home too. Next is Afghanistan, where the President has promised to have the troops out by mid-2014. Not nearly soon enough. This war is lost, and every day that we stay, we waste precious lives and treasure. As we pull out, we need to stop drone attacks on civilians and abandon nation building. We can't kill everyone who doesn't like us, and we can't remake the world in our image. Enough is enough. Finally, in the war-making department, it's time to substantially scale back our international presence. Our military budget is larger than the rest of the world combined. We don't need 11 aircraft carrier groups, 50,000 soldiers in Germany, or 750 plus military bases around the world. We can't afford it, and it's not making us safer. The Founding Fathers would be stunned and dismayed to see what role we've adopted in the world. At home, we want to return to the rule of law. First up, repeal the Patriot Act. Get rid of secret courts, stop targeting American citizens for assassination in foreign countries, close Guantanamo, and return all terrorist prosecutions to civilian courts. Next, end the war on drugs and stop using racially driven incarceration as a modern substitute for segregation. Our financial services system is still at risk. Over the 3 years after the near meltdown, we have yet to see real change that would make a repeat impossible. We need to start with reestablishing effective separation between commercial and investment banks, like we had with Glass-Steagall. Next, we need to put strict limits on the size of banks so none has monopoly power or is too big to fail. Simply put, regulators must regulate, and capital requirements must be large enough to protect the system. 2 more reforms. Institute a financial transaction tax on trading and allow bankruptcy judges to write down mortgages. The former will produce revenue and hamper speculation, and the latter will begin to restructure the mortgage market and bring it into line with reality so people aren't trapped in houses that are underwater. There's been a lot of talk about reforming the tax code. Forget about fighting over Bush tax cuts. Let's enact fundamental change, beginning with taxing all investment income equally with wages. No more special reduced rates for dividends, capital gains, and carried interest. Next, eliminate corporate loopholes. These 2 steps would allow lower rates for everyone, though we need to keep a strong, progressive system where the rich pay more than the middle class. Let's also push for a transformation of the health care system. Obamacare didn't go far enough, with millions left uncovered and costs out of control. We must implement a single-payer Medicare for all approach, with the government free to negotiate best prices from suppliers and a system built to reward health outcomes, not pay for procedures. None of this will be possible if Citizens United is allowed to stand and elections go to those who can raise the most cash. We need a constitutional amendment to overturn corporate personhood and enable limits on campaign contributions. Better still would be public financing of elections and the free use of public airways for candidates and campaigns. Finally, We need to protect the environment while rebuilding America. Finding, creating, and exploiting domestic energy sources is critical to our long-term security, but we can't simply give in to short-term needs with tar sands oil and natural gas produced by fracking. We need sustainable energy development that doesn't destroy the country in the process. Beyond energy, we have an urgent need to begin investing again in our infrastructure. The power grid is outdated. Mass transit is lacking. Our cities are crumbling, as are the roads and bridges that were built by earlier generations, and our public schools are substandard. Clearly, there's a huge amount of work ahead to put this country on the right track. Those who came before us were able to take big risks and dream big dreams. Our current political system has us trapped in thinking small, if we think at all. It really is time for change we can believe in. This has been a Stream of Conscience commentary, and I'm John Hartwell. Thanks for watching.